guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Cassandra, and in today's video we are on day 2 of the 12 days of decluttering, and today is the fridge. So I may look a little different. I have my bangs pulled up in a headband because they did something super funky this morning. I am not sure what, and it was not camera ready. They were like sticking straight out. So I've got a little like 50s tennis instructor vibe going. I don't know what's happening. If you are new to my channel, I make videos on decluttering and minimalism as a mom, but I am keeping it real on my channel. I am not perfect, and today you will see that clearly by the state of my fridge. So Friday is the day of our grocery delivery. This week it came one day late. Today is Sunday, so I am all over the place, but usually Thursday night I will do this. I will clean out the fridge, I will wipe everything down, I will wash the towels that are in there and get everything nice and clean. So what I'm gonna do to declutter the fridge today is I'm gonna first empty it completely, and then I'm gonna bring all the bins and all the trays out as well, give them a good wash, give them a good scrub, and put them all back. You know, have all the labels facing out, make it nice and pretty. So let's get going. This is literally what my fridge looks like right now. This is real life. This is what happens. Freezer is not that bad. I'll show you that. It's just a little bit, I mean, it could be neater, but it's really not a hot mess like the fridge. So we're gonna focus on the fridge today, but we'll probably just do a little quick tidy in the freezer. Okay, just so I don't let everything in my fridge go bad, I'm gonna pause here with the emptying. I'm gonna take all these trays out and give them a good scrub, and then I can put those back so I don't leave all of this out on my counter for too long. Now that we have everything wiped down, the walls, the trays, the little tray liners where they sit, I'm gonna put the things back that are out here. I'm just gonna give them a once over, make sure nothing is expired, make sure nothing has gone bad. Okay, that's looking a lot better. What I try to do is keep our juice and milk at the top with our eggs. That's spare butter and some of these larger jars that are kind of heavy for the door. Then we keep citrus. This is my favorite little compartment. It's by iDesign. The next shelf I try to keep pretty open and changeable. The next one is for berries and our large spinach. Then this shelf is also for leftovers or anything that we would need to store that's larger. Right now we just have my son's milk. So now I'm going to move on to this. I'm going to empty all the way out again like I did with the other shelves, and then pop these shelves out and give them a wipe down as well. This kind of seems like an excessive amount of condiments for one family to have. Let me know in the comments if you have the same amount of condiments in your fridge. I swear we use all of this on a very regular basis, but it just seems excessive. I love these sponges. This is by Scrub Daddy. If you haven't tried these, I've used this on some tougher stuff, but they are just amazing. Highly recommend. Okay, so I'm just gonna dry these off, stick them back in. All the condiments seem to be still good, like nothing has expired. Okay, so the door is now done. Everything is nice and clean and in order. Least used condiments out at the bottom, all of the hot sauce you could ever want. And then here we have like kids stuff, so ketchup, mustard, mayo, chocolate sauce of course, some maraschino cherries in a pouch, And then at the top we have our most used items or things that I want to use up, like beef salsas. They don't last as long as some of the other shelf stable condiments, so I want to make sure to use those up soon. Our strawberry jam, of course, and maple syrup. And then this is the mamas. I love kombucha. Okay, so moving on to our drawers. We're gonna empty out the cheese drawer and the vegetable bins. If all fridges are like this, but between our drawers there's a glass shelf that can pop out, but I find it's just as easy to give it a wipe down like this because they're not as exposed as the top shelves, so I can just wipe it up real quick and then pull the next thing out. Out my first crisper bin. In the bottom, I like to keep a dish towel. These are just from Target. They're the like really large all white dish towels, just cotton. Easy to clean, easy to bleach. And as you can see, they collect a whole lot of this vegetable kind of like gunk and stuff. So if you just fold that up, shake it out in your sink, then your bin stays so much cleaner than it normally would. I don't know if you can really see that, but it's like not that bad, and usually the vegetable bin is the worst. So for all of the parts in the fridge, I'm just using mild dish soap. Nothing too harsh and nothing that will like transfer a smell, no like crazy fragrance stuff, because it is going in your fridge. So you don't want it to be too much chemicals or anything like that. So for produce like this, like broccoli and kale, I like to just lay it directly on the cloth. If it stays in the plastic that you get from the store, I have a less likely chance to remember that I have it because it's hidden, right? So if I take it out of the plastic and put it directly on this cloth, I can see it when the drawer is closed, and that way it's just less likely to go off. Okay, our fridge is clean, you guys. How amazing is that? I honestly can tell a huge difference, not just from the clutter of the fridge, but also how shiny and clean everything is. And now I know everything that I have in the fridge, which I honestly think is the most important part, so that food doesn't spoil. So in the top drawer here, we have cheese and cold cuts and tofu and tempeh, yogurt and bars and things like that. The next drawer down is our most reached for produce. So I have cucumbers and carrots. And then at the bottom, it's like any vegetable we're gonna be cooking for dinner. So right now I have kale and broccoli. Okay, that took probably like almost an hour, but I think it would have only taken, I don't know, 30 minutes or so if I wasn't talking to you guys and showing you the whole process. So now that the inside is done, the last step I'm gonna do for the fridge is just clear off the front of the fridge and give it a nice buff and clean. I've looked up so many different ways to clean stainless steel, and for me to use like the least amount of chemicals, I'm just gonna use really hot water, a little bit of dish soap, and then really hot water again, and then buff it dry. So I actually try to keep nothing on the face of the fridge in general. My mom was here recently and they did some coloring, playing around, and that's why there's magnets on the fridge today. I actually hate these because they scratch the fridge. We've had a few different magnet toys that have really done damage to the fridge, and it's kind of unfortunate. But nonetheless, I can still get all the fingerprints and the gunk off, and it'll look a lot better. Okay, so on this cloth, I just have really hot water and a tiny bit of dish soap, and I'm gonna go with the grain and just scrub. You could obviously use something stronger, but this works fine. Okay, so that was the soapy one, slightly soapy. Now I'm gonna take just a hot washcloth and rinse it. Last step is to take a dry, I'm using a microfiber, you could use another washcloth, a dry cloth, and buff it dry. That was so easy. Took a little bit of elbow grease, but honestly, I feel like without the chemicals, that's a pretty good result right there. I mean, look at those shine lines. La, la, la. Oh my goodness. Okay, one last look at the fridge. It's so nice and clean and organized. Most importantly, I know everything that's in there and that it's not all expired. Awesome. All right, you guys, we did it. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below. Let me know if you cleaned out your fridge recently and if it looks like mine or worse or better. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you again in tomorrow's video for another day of decluttering. Bye, guys.